5 minutos, rato todavía para 5 palabras, entonces emplazo al público asistente que haga preguntas a cualquiera de los ponentes. Si hay varias, preferiré recoger las preguntas en grupos de 3 para facilitar un poco la respuesta por parte de los ponentes. Vamos a ver cómo se da. ¿Alguien quiere hacer alguna pregunta? Sí, hay una pregunta.
My question is for General. I would like to know what is the place of human rights in the different schools of law from countries like the different Madhahib. What is your opinion?
Can you please say again, repeat again, please, because I couldn't hear it.
What is the place of human rights in the Madhahib, in the 4 schools, that are, I think, in the constitutions of our country nowadays? I would like to know your opinion.
The 4 schools of thought. So what is the position of human rights in the 4 schools of thought? That is your question, right? Okay. As you know, the 4 schools of thought, they have the Hanafi, Maliki, Shafi'i, and Hanbali. The human rights is an issue which is, as I in my speech mentioned, this is discussed in Ilm-ul-Ahkam, science of law, of human conduct. So all the 4 schools of thoughts, all the jurists, they have written books on human rights. Imam Abu Hanifa had, for example, a student, I am a Hanafi by the way, I follow the Hanafi school of thought. He had a student, Imam Sarfasi. Imam Sarfasi who wrote on human rights, and individual human rights. So the jurists, they have definitely written on this. But whatever they have written, it's all interpretation of the Quran and the Sunnah. As the third learned speaker was telling us that you have in Islam, and you have it in other religions as well, as she gave an example of Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, that there is a text, but it could be interpreted many ways. The same way with Islam, that you have the divine law, you have the divine text, either in the form of the words of God, Allah, or the words of the Prophet of God, Muhammad. Now, as the human needs changes, the social needs, the cultural needs, as they change, the interpretation will change as well. As she gave an example of the daraba, of the hitting, and then she said that some people, and this Lebanese scholar who said you can do it with a toothbrush, which does not make any sense, of course. But the thing is that these things, interpretation can go anywhere. But the divine law, the text, the original text cannot be changed. The scholars, they have written on this, but most of them, the individual rights which I have discussed in front of you, these are all unanimous agreed. So there is no ikhtilaf, difference of opinion on these rights whatsoever. Okay?
¿Alguna pregunta más? Sí.
Bueno, buenas tardes. No es exactamente una pregunta, es un agradecimiento. Un agradecimiento a la universidad por haber invitado Sheikh el-Hajj. Lo pronuncio bien. Las palabras que ha dicho el señor Hadi me han llegado a lo más profundo. Estudio el Islam, estoy muy interesada en el Islam. Y realmente yo lo que creo es que una cosa es el Islam y otra cosa son los musulmanes. Y por lo que yo veo, tanto en el Islam como en otras religiones, es casi más fácil seguir lo que es el ritual que llegar a la profundidad del mensaje. Quizá lo que nos hace falta a todos es llegar a la profundidad del mensaje, interpretarlo bien, y yo creo que se necesitan muchos señores como el que tenemos hoy en la mesa para que hablen tanto a Oriente como a Occidente, tanto al norte como al sur, tanto a los musulmanes como a los no musulmanes, y que realmente ha dicho algo que yo desconocía de Muhammad, un hadith, que me ha gustado mucho, cuando Muhammad dijo: no puedes llegar a ser un verdadero creyente hasta que no ames la creación de Dios. Yo creo que estas palabras podrían unir a toda la humanidad, como hay un momento en la Sura que habla también de la humanidad entera, ¿no? Es decir, si todos los humanos, musulmanes o no, creyentes o no, respetan y aman la creación, probablemente nos acercaríamos un poco más y llegaríamos a la profundidad de un mensaje que yo creo que es universal, o que tendría que ser universal, que está muy ligado a los derechos humanos, tanto occidentales como los derechos humanos que yo creo profundamente que están en el interior del foro. Gracias.
Thank you very much.
Bueno, para que nos toca agradecer mucho el comentario de la universidad. ¿Alguna pregunta más? Invito igualmente también a los ponentes a interpelarse entre ellos. Quisiera Muhammad para que haya aquí.
First of all, I would like to regard the most in here, the Minhaj and the society which are trying their best to liquidate the differences between Islam and other nations. And secondly, I would like to have a question to Mr. leUmarAl-Qadri that Dr. Brahman has just said that in Quran Maida, the human rights, you have to just describe that what is the basic system in behind. And secondly, he has just described about the Taliban Islam. And I would like to know that what is the opinion the Islam stand on the Taliban. The thirdly, he has just described about the women's rights in Islam. And he has just given the most of the beatings of the women and the treatings with the women like an economic way. So would you like to describe about what is the power of women in Islam? Thank you.
Thank you for your questions. I'll start with the last question actually, which is on women's rights in Islam and about beating them. As I have said in my speech earlier, Islam has given the rights of women and has protected these rights of women in that area when women did not have any right whatsoever. When women could not think of any right, the Prophet of Islam gave women rights. And this is something which, when I say this to you now, we're living in the 21st century, 2009, it's easily perceived, and we don't stop here and think about this. I really need everybody here to think and ponder. And just imagine, realize that you are 1400 years ago, living in such a society where they bury daughters. When someone becomes a widow, she's buried along with her dead husband. When, for example, a woman is living in the society and she has a lot of money, but people then start taking everything from her and she does not have anywhere to go. Just imagine living in such a society and then a person coming from among the same people, Muhammad, and telling them that if one of you upbrings 2 daughters, then I, Muhammad, the Prophet of God, guarantee you entrance into heaven. Imagine, that is what he did. So he made sure that women were given rights. Regarding the point of beating women, you must understand, as the learned speaker has said, that there is difference of opinion. In daraba, as she said, it means beating, no doubt, if you take literally. But the Quran can never be taken literally. This is something which, unfortunately, a few Muslims, extreme Muslims, Taliban are an example of that. They take the Quran literally. But the Quran can never be taken literally because in Arabic language, linguistic, you have one word sometimes having 56 meanings, 70 meanings. I will give you an example. The word salat, for example, salat. Normally when we say that, we understand it as praying. But Imam Raghib al-Asfihani, a great scholar of etymology, he said that it has 56 meanings. One of them is to stand. One of them is to say salam, to greet. One of them is to come closer, in close proximity. So there are 56 meanings of salam. The same thing with the